Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So, just I, I'm gonna just share with you guys my strategy a little bit in case some people are wondering. So a little bit ago, a few months ago, I was working on the expenses and I was looking up all this shit, and I didn't finish that part, and I've just decided to take a break because it was just wearing me out, just like all that tedious researching and staring at the screen, and like it was just it was just very tedious work, and although it's essential, I do feel pretty productive when I'm doing it. And then because things were just costing a lot of money, just anyway, I felt like it was best because I was starting to get kind of stressed out and demotivated and depressed. Like, I was like, okay, well, hold on a second, man. Like, I don't have to continue. Like, this is the thing I like about projects and also having like a workplace and like for me especially because I'm like right on the cusp between a Leo and a Virgo, so I've got a lot of Virgo energy, and Virgos they thrive off of variety. So for me, having multiple different things I can do and work on is just great because like certain moods, like if I'm certain moves are going to be more befitting and conducive to certain to other activities and work duties. So for me, it's good to have different opportunities of things I can work on because based on my mood, I can find my like if I'm in a really funky mood and I'm trying to look up tedious stuff on the internet with my phone, it's just not going to go well. Like that's going to be much more challenging and hard for me as opposed to like when I'm in a bad mood and the best thing for me like when I'm in a really funky mood is either just to relax and chill and meditate or put on a good positive movie or something or a podcast or something like that, or or exercise. Which I mean, watching a movie and shit that's not working or doing anything. So, but it's just as far as activities that I find that help me counter those really low spots, those are among them. But as far as like getting shit done, it would be work, or be doing something more physical because like yard. That's why yard work is actually probably one of the best things to do when you're in that low spot because you're outside, you're physical, you're doing something that's helping cleaning shit up, or even just being outside and even if it's not productive, just you being outside around trees and living things and nature and away from the house and because like all these things in the houses and stuff based on what you have inside your house they all are emitting certain fucking patterns of energy or yeah, I mean it's I say energy. It's more information because like the energy of what's the energy of a dormant DVD? Like, is there really much energy in that DVD? It's not moving anywhere. Like for me, energy. I feel like there's a movement like that. That's movement. If it's not moving, does it have energy? I don't know, but it's still made up of something. So that's why information. Like it because like the information like the materials that are forming that object are of a particular formation, which is information that what goes into making those things requires information. That's why it is a formation. So I call it, and it's in this reality. So it's information. It's all information around us all the time, and based on what type of information you have around you, it is going to determine the type of feeling you get from your environment. So my point being, if you're in a house with a bunch of information that's associated with like cheap exploitative products or toxic chemicals and shit like that, like you are constantly absorbing that shit all the fucking time. So now a lot of this stuff isn't very powerful like compared to a human body, but it's like when you're already in a fucked up spot or in a down place, that just makes it that much harder to get up and do stuff. And sometimes it can be those little things, those little extra little umps that can be enough to break the camel's back, excuse me, in a good or a bad way. It can be enough to like that little extra help can be enough to push you over the edge in a good, not over the edge, but in a good direction, or it can sometimes push you over the edge in a bad direction. Um, so that's why little things like even just surrounding yourself, like living out in nature, even though, you know, I mean, when we think about it, it's a lot less expensive because all you got to do is literally just go out to the things that are just naturally there. You don't have to do any manipulation because that all costs money and effort and energy. Like to build a house and all that, it's a lot of effort. A lot of energy goes in to manipulation that occurs in developing and creating a house. Whereas opposed to just living out in nature, it's not much manipulation. Like you might move some things around or put up a tent or da da da. I mean, you could even. I mean, I like just sleeping on the fucking ground. I mean, that's the simpler. This is why like simplicity is close to divinity because it's closer to the pure essence of source where everything comes from. So the purer you are, the closer to source you are. Um, anyway, I got a little off tangent there. What Oh yeah. So yeah, going back to the main purpose of this video was to let you all know that. So like right now, I've decided to switch my efforts. It's still part of the project, but this part of the project is about the meaning, the message, the feeling, the core reasons why I'm doing this and why it needs to be done. So that's why I'm getting into the Constitution and the energies and the Word, the Bible, religion, spirituality, meaning, all of that. Because out of that comes the emotion, comes the good feeling, comes the perpetuation and the MO, the energy, the momentum to push through to help. I mean, that's going to help perpetuate that good momentum to help me push through the more tedious tasks like looking up, machines and how much they cost and all this and that. So, anywho, I just want to share that with you guys. All right, love y'all. Take care. Bye.